Hey guys, welcome to our podcast. I'm here with the lovely ladies of Charmartistry, and today we are celebrating volume 1 of how many books?
5.
5 books. It's called Essential Eyes. Yay! Oh my goodness. How does it feel to be holding a physical copy of like a vision? Like, this is literally a vision, a dream. How many years have you been thinking about this?
It wasn't even, it felt like years.
It did.
But
didn't it?
It did.
Well, it was almost a year from the time that we started shooting.
And we had a plan to let's finish this in how many months.
Mm-hmm.
But right, that was our initial plan.
Yes.
But as I was writing, I'm going, how am I going to navigate through this to make it nice and easy for the reader to follow, right?
Yeah,
and that's the thing. It's like you got all this information in your head and you're trying to pluck everything out and try to walk through it as if you're someone first time reading this book.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
And it's
well, listen,
hard.
for the viewers, because you may not know who these lovely ladies are, so let's do a quick intro. Christine, who are you? And you are this is your thought, right?
Yeah, this is my thought in this book.
This is your thought in reality, and then we are collaborators who helped make this come about. So tell everybody who you are and your background and why did you want to do this and what is this book about?
So here's the thing. I'm Christine. Okay. Sorry.
So this is raw and real, guys. We're not editing anything.
We're not editing anything.
We're not editing anything.
So basically my background, I've worked in the makeup industry for 20 years in the laboratory, and I've been so blessed because I've worked in so many different departments. And then after 20 years, I've learned also how to do makeup. I've learned more background as to how makeup works, and also understanding the quality that goes behind it and appreciating what the products are that goes into a product. So I left the company to figure out, okay, what am I going to be doing? And it's I got all this experience and knowledge, and what am I going to do with this? And it just felt right to come up with this book. And it was interesting how I met, can I introduce Tasha?
Yes. Tasha. So how do you guys know each other?
So, pre-COVID, I was working at Henry's.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love Henry's.
Yeah.
Shout out to Henry's.
Yes.
We're not sponsored, but we can be.
Yeah.
I love Henry's. Okay.
And Christine came in. She was having some trouble with a flash or
I'm
something.
always having trouble.
I think you were doing headshots, right?
I was supposed to do headshots for real estate people, right?
And so, of course, I was assisting her, helping her. And then we just got to talking. And I was kind of oh, well, what do you do? And she told me she does hair and makeup. And I was telling her, I was well, I shoot. We should collaborate sometimes.
Sure.
I'm always looking for other artists.
Mm-hmm.
And then we pretty much collaborated, and we've been friends ever since.
And that was how many? Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
Just pre-COVID.
I think it was 2019.
Yeah, it was about 2019.
Okay.
And then, because I really wanted to step out and do more fashion photography and stuff like that.
Great.
So then Christine was there to help me with hair and makeup, and then we just kept shooting. It was shoot after shoot after shoot.
And we made it to how many covers of
there was one that was a cover, but there was a bunch of publications.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so how do we get this lovely lady in the mix? Who are you?
Saffron.
Saffron. Okay. Love your earrings.
Right?
They're so hot. Okay.
So yeah, I've been I'm a local artist in Toronto, and Christine found me. I do illustrations for Dior from time to time.
And you met at Dior.
Yeah, we met at Dior, and
I remember.
It's a ball of sunshine, and then we just connected, and it just made sense. It was serendipitous. I'm an artist, and then she needed someone to illustrate her book, and then we just connected like that.
Yeah, and I met Christine in high school.
Yeah.
She was actually in my younger brother's grade.
Yeah.
Carl, Arlen. Hey, Arlen, if you're watching. And then we reconnected when I needed a makeup artist, and then my brother was like, Christine does makeup and hair, and we did a
Crazy.
project probably 10 years ago,
Wow.
and then
Time
it
flies.
evolved into, because I've done TV, film, all of that, then started working more heavily in media and PR, and Christine's always, Carm, what about this and that? Like, we collaborate, you know, and anytime, thank goodness we both live in Brampton, so... You know, if I need makeup, it's like 7 minutes away. She's like,
or I'll go there.
Yeah, she'll go there. And, you know, we pay each other through food and services. That's how Filipinos do, right?
Give me food.
Yeah.
It makes me
Food,
happy.
Food,
You know the
trips,
I do.
whatever. And so when she was talking about it, and by the way, I've had a chance to actually go through this. Essential Eyes. This book isn't just about... like makeup and how you should apply makeup. It also talks about your face shape. It talks about the like beauty terms that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
You know, when you work in beauty or fashion or television, there are terms that are just familiar to you guys.
Yeah.
And there are not terms that are familiar to other people.
Exactly.
So it's great that this is a compilation of insight between really professional artists, illustrators. They've worked with big brands, Dior. We're not going to name all the brands, but they have worked with big brands and celebrity faces. Christine has worked on many of my private clients. I'm a celebrity matchmaker. I work with high level, 6, 7, 8, 9-figure business owners and regular people. And she does the photography and makeup. And Tasha, we haven't had a chance yet to collaborate, but except through here. You know, I feel like we've all collaborated in helping Christine, a fellow, artist and mompreneur, come up with this project. So the illustrations, by the way, girl, and the photography. Oh my god, this is a really incredible. They killed it.
Yeah,
these are local. I love that it is for women, by women, and men. I'm not going to exclude men. Men who wear, geez, some you guys do better makeup than some females. But this is for anybody who wants to learn all about eyes, like all of it. You've got product exploration. Understanding your features. Look at this table. Very multi-ethnic, right? So it's diverse. Inclusive. I think within the book you have various ethnicities, skin types,
ages.
That's right.
We have even Down syndrome.
That's right. We have special needs models. Like this is such an incredible piece. So how do you feel about it?
You know, when Tasha and I got the actual copy, we opened it up together. We're like, wow, exactly.
Amazing.
You know, it's amazing because it's one thing when you're working on a computer and you keep like, oh my god, I just want this done, right?
I know.
Because it's like we're nearly there and we kept pushing each other. Right. But when we actually got the full copy and it's in our hands, and you're touching it, it's like, and looking at it, it's like, wow, girls.
Very cool.
It's
a beautiful feeling.
So is everything here, did you photograph every single image?
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like every image, every photo was
with
created.
exception to like in the back with the contributors.
Yeah.
I didn't take those photos except for Saffron's.
Yeah.
Okay, no, because I submitted my photo. However, other editions, hello, we can do that. You can let's do that. See, even the illustration here by Saffron, we're talking about like things I didn't even know about the eye. You know what I'm saying? There's crease, pupil, upper lash, outer corner, lower lash, lower outer rim, lower rim. It's like there's 8 things pointing to me. I'm like, isn't it just an eyeball? Like, how do you?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's more about understanding your eye features. Everyone's got eyes, obviously, but like it's understanding what the terminology is all about. So then, when you're trying to understand what the inner corner is, the outer corner, and you're trying to follow all that, you'll know where it is, right?
Yeah, because like there's different eye types: almond eyes, protruding eyes, like
hooded eyes,
monolith. Like, I know
Yeah.
there's so many terms for like he, she, they, them. I didn't know that it was like, that with eyes too. I know, for eyes too. Holy moly.
Right, because at the whole thing with this book is that we wanted to showcase that beauty is anything,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
we can show you the tips and tricks and all that fun stuff, but at the end of the day, you have to, okay, I got it. And then you start playing around with your own eyes.
I got it.
Right.
You got it, right?
Yeah.
And you do your own thing. So long as you feel good, like that's what's important, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna say, oh, you're doing your eyes wrong, girl. All right, you
Yeah.
gotta do this. If you love it, then you love it.
Right.
Mhm.
But I think that's part of the secret to artists and makeup artists is that for those who've been doing it a long time and doing different face shapes, you just know. So the fact that you've translated that knowledge and made it available
Right.
Yes.
to like people like me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing well now on my own. I still do not have
Yeah.
like this is gonna give me everything I need to know about eyes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Right.
how does anyone support you by getting this book? And there's digital as well.
Yeah. So it's
So
digital copy.
where do they get that? I highly this is like when I saw this, I'm like, this is like a coffee table. This would look
It
amazing
is.
in any like spa, any hair salon. You have to get this because like it's a book you can't put down. It's
I know.
amazing.
Thank
So
you.
how do we support you?
So we've got the link that's linked up to Charmartistry and even for you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And you can purchase directly on there, and you can choose whether to get digital or get the hard copy. And that the hard copy includes the digital copy too, which is great. And
Yeah.
honestly, to order it, it's pretty quick and it gets delivered within days. Right?
That's fantastic.
So
And if it's
fantastic.
digital, it'll get delivered
Right
in
away.
minutes.
Right
Right
away.
away.
There you go.
But
Right
I
away.
think there's still something cool about having
Absolutely.
like
yeah.
this
Physical.
this
Yeah.
physical thing, right?
Right.
Can I just, I want to
Yeah.
add something. So when Christine asked me to be a part of this project, so
Yeah.
that was one of the reasons especially that I wanted to be involved in it, because as a photographer,
Yeah.
like I don't shoot for Instagram.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I
Right.
feel like a lot of times we create these beautiful photos and
Yeah.
then you upload it and it gets
Yeah.
compressed or pixelated.
Yeah.
And then
And
it's
so-
NFT.
Yeah.
And so that's why sometimes like I know I should be posting my stuff more, but I just don't like how my stuff looks
Right.
in small format.
Right.
So to
Yep.
be able to
Yeah.
have something tangible and to be able to see your work in print,
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely.
That's so great. And what about you? I mean, when she shared with me, some of this is
Like,
the
look at my
digital,
picture.
like, yeah, the digital rendition. Like, this, by the way, I had no idea that this was something you created.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, who would know? And I'm like, well, why is it like, it says by her? Like, but now we know, like, every illustration is you.
Yeah.
Every photograph, whether it's makeup or a face, except for some of
The contributors.
the contributors,
Right.
but everything else is all you.
Yeah.
I love that. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to share? Like this took what? How many? About a year then?
Pretty much.
Pretty
'Cause
much.
we did the initial photography. We did 2 shoot days in January.
Yeah.
But then it was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
Then like ideas changed, and then looking into like how we wanted to offer print.
Yeah.
And then like we would share the docs. So it was like
Yeah.
And
making
you're a
tweaks.
mom.
I'm a mom.
You're a
of
mom.
3.
Mom of 3. Mom of 3.
Mom of 2.
Mom to
Mom of
be.
9.
she's living our she's living our hot single life. Like we all want to be Saffron right now.
Yes, we do.
So I'm just so proud of you, Christine.
Thank you.
This is so great. And you also are working, some of the things you're working on is your own line of makeup. You have
We're
your
getting
brushes, which I
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
And as being media and publicity for this crew, I definitely can see, and you can wait for an invite for an actual in-person book
Yeah.
magazine signing. So
Yeah.
anyone who orders the magazine,
Yeah.
we'll invite you to a very
We're going to
private,
She'll be signing.
exclusive party where they'll be signing, okay?
Ooh.
Signing and sipping cocktails and talking about, entrepreneurship and just how to get an idea to come to reality. And
I
it
know,
takes
it's wild.
the support of of
team.
women and team and
A good
yeah,
team.
very good team.
Honestly.
And I think
Yeah.
also people that are just willing to actually put in the work, even if you've never, because like we've never made
done this
This
before.
is like a first time
Right?
thing, but it's in like stepping out and just doing, and you learn as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because even
Yeah.
because as creators, oftentimes we can be our own worst critics. So like, if I were to go through this, I'd be like, oh, I would change this. I would change this. I would.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. But sometimes you just have to be okay with
Exactly.
letting go,
Yes.
and then moving on to the next thing.
Exactly.
Right.
yeah.
And then sometimes revisiting it is like, okay, yeah, I do like that. Let's
Right.
go back
Well,
here.
I mean, you know what? By the time you get to volume 5, it's gonna be like,
Oh, absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
what's
Yeah.
the next edition?
Lips.
We got lips. Yes.
Lips.
Yeah. We're gonna be project. Yes. Eyes, lips, and then face.
contour and shaping, and
Okay.
tools and techniques.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta get
So
this is volume 1, guys.
I know, it's
Go.
very exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, so we're going to post the links, and I'll post the links to each of these lovely ladies. They are for hire, you know. They are for hire. They're professionals. You can support them through the book and through their individual services, so I'll make sure that I post it there as well. Okay? Bye, guys.
Bye.